Hello, my name is Rebecca, I'm 28, I live in Newcastle and you are reporting for Beauty Duty. No, I have not uploaded the same video twice. I did two videos in one, so you will see this eye look. So I will have that linked somewhere as well. And I couldn't be bothered to change up my hair because there's nothing I can do with it much really, or my earrings, so here we are. So I've just done my base, so I've done a full contour, full coverage, glowy base, and I've done my sort of filming and Instagram face. It is using products that, as you'll see, one of the products in particular has never been wear tested. So I love how it looks on the skin, but I don't know how it looks like after a long wear time. I have mentioned this towards the end of the video, but I do have a foundation favourites video coming up soon. So if you are interested in me doing my base in more of my videos, do let me know. But if you do want to see me pop my base on for you, do keep on watching and I'll see you soon. Hello. So as you can see, I have partial way for an eye look on. Do you like it? I've filmed it. What I thought I would do was film my base routine. I have not done it in a while, and I just wanted to sort of show you what I'm currently using. So yeah, so I'm just going to pop some primer on first. So I know I said I don't really like primer, but it is what it is. So I've been using the Barry M Unicorn Primer Drops Beauty Elixir, which is this here. There's all those stupid little droppers. Yeah, cracking that on all over my face. I meant to like drip it on or whatever, but that's not really my style. I like this because it's sticky. Yeah, it's sticky and I feel like things grip to it really well. I don't think it really does anything massively blurring or anything like that, but I do think it gives base products really something to adhere to. You can see I am shiny. I'm just gonna pat it with my sponge a bit. Okay, and then what I do, as you can see, I have scarring and some active acne going on. So I'm just going to show you how I cover that before I do the rest of my base. So I use a Bare Minerals concealer. This is the Correcting Concealer SPF 20 and I use it in medium 2. So I'm just going to grab a little brushy. Okay, there it is. Oh, itchy nose. This is a new one. This is my backup. I've actually used a whole one up. So I'm just going to grab this and I just dot it on to where I have extra bits that I want to cover, because as I've said 1,001 times, I do not like to just keep building and building foundation. I think it's a waste of product and I end up mega cakey. Not sure if I really needed this much of this on, but here we go. I learned this trick from an Instagrammer and TikToker. I don't know if she's got YouTube or not. Anyway, I'll leave a link down below. So what I now do after putting a sticky primer on, she suggests different ones, but they are very bougie, so no. And I find that, as I said, this is sticky, and she says just use I think she says the Milk Hydra Grip, and this is sticky. She says sticky, so I just let this sort of dry down a bit. This is quite an emollient concealer, so it doesn't get like really dry on your skin, and that's one of the reasons why I quite like it. I don't use this under eye. Yeah, so just leave this for a few minutes, and I do not blend it out. So what I'm going to use is my Revolution Pro CC Perfecting Foundation, and this is in F10. I absolutely love this. I've been loving this through lockdown. I have not done a wear test on this, so don't come at me, but I love it to film with and I love it for Instagram photos. It looks so beautiful on my skin that I just really had to show it on my channel when I did this. So as I said, don't quote me on any wear times, but I love it. I know it's not everybody's favourite, but as I said, I really like it. I've even bought a backup, so just nearly finish this one. And you can use it with a brush. These are the best sponges ever, by the way. These are by K Rose B. I'll link her down below. They get absolutely massive, and they are literally the softest sponges ever. I actually have a new one down here that my lovely friend Anne-Marie sent to me. So you can really see how big they get when you wet them. And as I said, they are super, super soft. So I'm just going to take this on the butt of this. The coverage on this foundation is amazing as well. To be honest, didn't necessarily need to do my concealer trick. And I just pop it over. I have a really oily skin. I'm blemish prone. This is quite a glowy foundation. So I really don't know how it would wear, but I just really love the finish on it. And I think that it is just absolutely stunning in pictures as well. Love it. Yeah, I've got really textured skin. I could use a pore filling primer and all of these blurring things, but one, I think they break me out, and I don't think they add any longevity, and I just feel like the more and more product I put on, the more and more there is for my skin to break down. I don't know if that's scientifically right, and I know I've used a primer, but that was anyway. So yeah, I do really like the primer though. My friend Rosie recommended the primer to me. So I'm going to cream contour next. So I've been using the Morphe cream contour stick recently to save using my RCMA palette. And that's what it looks like. And I've got this in Effect 15. So I just smooth it over slightly higher than my cheekbones. I don't have a massively big forehead, so don't do loads. I do my chin. I know that this scares the shit out of some people. I do my lip. Because I have an overbite, my bottom lip looks quite a lot smaller than my top lip. I just do the tip of my nose and 2 tiny bits there. So I will wash this between uses anyway, so I'm just gonna pat this out and blend out my chin. I do have a bit of a tan on my chest and neck and arms at the moment, and hands, but it is what it is. I think the colour is still pretty good. It's giving me a fuller lip on the bottom. And then I just literally, just on the tip of my nose, on the sides. I use so little of this on the nose, that's probably not really much point. Okay, and then under eye, I am going to use, there's a few concealers that I love. I have not used this on camera, so I'm going to use my Jouer concealer. I have this in Creme Cafe, and this is the Jouer Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer, and that's that here. So I just do dot, slightly like this. Do a little on the chin, little here, a little bit through the top there, down the centre of the nose, and then I'll blend this first, and then I will go back and do the under eye. So I'm just going to use it to have a little bit of a clean there. Just make sure I'm super chiseled. And this is a trick if you go too ham with a cream contour as well, as you can easily, if you take it too low, you can easily save a bit of concealer as well. And then like this, and then a blend around the forehead with the butt of where I would have blended out my cream contour with. There we are. So still glowy and just a nice bit of contour and highlight going on. To do my under eye, I'm going to pat out some of this like creases I have a little bit when I carved out my brow and did my eyelid primer. So I'm just going to do 2 bits like that. And then if I've already done my eyeshadow and I don't want to disturb it too much, just do 2 bits there so I can highlight in my high points. And then I need to turn that around. Just take it up as close as I can, but I will be using obviously eyeshadow under eye as well. Just obviously need to go back in and finish that and blend that all out. I have really creasy under eyes. There is never going to be such thing as a concealer that doesn't crease on me. So yeah. And I don't need as much coverage because I have been getting some sleep. Well, I got a good night's sleep last night. So my under eyes aren't looking quite so ancient and tired as they were. But I am just going to put a tiny bit more here and make sure they're even, because they're not quite perfect down here. I do have some like very blue veins popping through, and I don't think that's tiredness. I just think that's just how my eyes look, and that's my base as it looks so far before I go in and set it. So at the moment my current ride or die is my Coty Airspun Loose Face powder, extra coverage as well. Bought this off Amazon. I'm used to the smell. I don't love it at all, but I'm used to the smell. I've been using it for a while now. So I use a Real Techniques brush. The name and everything is rubbed off. I love this brush so much. I can't do my makeup without it. And I then go in and stipple the powder into my face. And this powder is super blurring. I do really like it. And I'm not the sort of person that gets massively excited by powders. I don't own a lot of them at all. So it is what it is. And I'm just gonna give my face a bit of a dusting. Make sure that any excess of that is off. Believe it or not, we may bake. We'll see. And then just going into my extremely haggard Kat Von D KVD Vegan Beauty Even Shade and Light. She is well used. I need to buy backup. I'm using my Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH14. Just whatever's left in there. And straight up. And I always blend upwards. Contour should highlight your cheekbones. Don't ever drag them down too far because it's not going to give your face the nice lifted look that you want from contour. And then what I'll do is I'm just going to grab my sponge. I'm going to chisel here, and chisel here. So I just do the high point, not high points, just do the top bits there. I do not do a beard of setting powder. Then I do down here, across the mushy. I'll do the top, the Cupid's bow, and especially if I still have an under eye left to do, I will get right up there, and there we have it. Let this bake for a little while. Not really a little while. But what I'm going to do is go off, do my under eye, and I will be back. See you soon. Came back and I've done my under eye. So let's finish off the rest of this face. I'm going to take my bake off. If you're wondering what I'm using in this video, I'm using the Avocado Toast palette. And I think that's likely to go up before this, so I will link that somewhere. Okie dokie. Into some bronzer. Like, I'm not that wild about bronzer. Like, bronzer doesn't like get me going particularly, so I'm just literally picking up what's ever in front of me. That's not a bronzer. That's a bronzer. So just picking up a giant Revolution thing in 02 warm. Lid's broken. I'll just tap it in. I love being bronzed. I don't think there's any such thing as too bronzed, in my opinion. Okay, so that's my bronzer done. I'm going to pop into some blush, which is my favourite. It's my Manny MUA Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Blush palette. And I'm going to use a cool tone shade Spacey, which is just there. And this is on a Real Techniques contour brush is what I use to blush. Love, love, love these blushes so much. Ooh, love it. Never knew I cared so much about blush until I started using that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give my face a spray with the Lakura makeup setting spray. I think this is a bit more dewy than like an actual setting spray, and I don't really want to keep wasting my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. That's what I would use if I was leaving the house. I'm just going to it just has a really skincare-y smell to it, to be honest, which I don't mind either way. And then one other favourite thing that I've been using is my Nakia Joy Cosmetics Illuminate Luxury Highlighting Palette. I love this. I bought it off Depop unused. It's amazing. So I'm going to try and go into something a bit more cool toned in this. So maybe use, I don't know, that one there. See how I get on. And use this on my Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH09. Oh yeah, that goes with this look perfect. So my friend Rosie has this highlighting palette and I bought this on her recommendation. It's just so beautiful. Oh, you see that? Absolutely gorgeous. Don't know if I like this more than my Jaclyn Hill one or not. I might do, you know. I don't know, the Jaclyn Hill, I love it, but the packing is just so bulky on that one. Ooh, okie dokie. And then what I'm gonna do is show how I do my buffing technique as well. So what I'm today is I'm gonna do my buffing as if I'm doing glowy skin and not for longevity. So if I was buffing for longevity, I would use a mattifying setting mist and then use a translucent powder to do this, but I am amping up the glow on this. So what I'm going to do is spray my face again. And then I'm taking a Bare Minerals Pure Radiance, which is literally just a glowy kind of powder. Just tap it out into the lid a bit. Take a really big fluffy brush. and then I swirl it on around, and then I swirl it into my face. And what it does is it really melts the highlight, contour, bronze and everything together really well, so that I don't have any like Neapolitan or anything like that. And as I said, you can absolutely do this for longevity. This is more just for so it looks good. And if you want to be extra, even extra while your face is still a little damp, you can even go in with more of the highlight that you popped on. There we have it. And it just makes your skin so seamless. You don't have any of the staggered effect. I just really love it. And as I said, you could even do it, and I've done this before, where I will buff with a mattifying powder, like use a mattifying spray, buff with a mattifying powder. I'll then spray with like something more luminous again, and then buff with the luminous powder, and then spray with mattifying over the top. But you know, that's a little bit of a waste of product. But yeah, it is what it is. But I'm really happy with this routine. I think it looks beautiful on camera. It photographs really well. It is a very full coverage routine. If you're looking for something natural, this is not the base routine for you at all. I will do one for like a work sort of one as well in the future, of how I would do my base if I'm going to work, and how I would do my base maybe for a night out. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off my eye look, and I will come back, say goodbye. So I'll see you soon. Okay, so I finished my eye look, and I can give you close-ups of my skin. So there we have it. And just a quick recap on the products used. I realised I cleared the table slightly, but I used my K. Rose B sponge. This should look like tealy turquoise, but she's well loved. I will link them down below. It's the best sponges I've ever used, and I think they're like $1.99, $2.99, super cheap. And she's an indie brand. Do go and support her if you do like to apply your products with a sponge. If I did put stuff down and put them back in drawers, what a stupid thing to do. For my primer, I have my Unicorn Barry M primer. Unicorn Primer Drops Beauty Elixir, love it. Then for my spot concealing, I used my Bare Minerals Correcting Concealer SPF 20, my CC Cream Revolution Pro Perfecting Foundation CC Cream, and then I used the shade F10 for this. To contour, I used my Morphe contour stick, love it. And for my to do some highlighting and to conceal, I use my Jouer High Coverage Concealer as well. And for my powder products, let me just grab all of these guys. To set and bake, I use my Coty Airspun Extra Cover. I bought this off Amazon. Then for the rest of my face, I have the Moon Prism Blush Palette. I have my Nakia Joy Illuminate Luxury Highlighting Palette. Love it. And my, slightly embarrassed to show it, extremely battered KVD Beauty Shade and Light palette to contour with. Absolutely love it. And to buff, I used my Pure Radiance by Bare Minerals. I think this might be discontinued, but I'm not entirely sure, but you can use any sort of glowy powder for that. But yeah, let me know what you thought of my base routine. Did I give you any tips that you don't already use yourself? I didn't mention my bronzer. Giant Bronzer by Revolution Mega Bronze 02 Warm. Yep. Did you learn any tricks from me that you didn't already know? Is there anything else that you'd like me to show you on my channel? I do have a favourites favourites video coming up for all my foundations. Completely lost what I was saying there. So going through my favourites. So if you do want to see me use any of those foundations, that video will be coming up very soon. I will leave this eye look linked down below, and maybe somewhere we'll see if I can work out how to do that. But thank you very much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, do give me a like. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram. I do a few different looks over there, and just generally like life updatey sort of things. You'll see what I'm up to. I have been a bit quiet on there recently, but that should pick up shortly. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring that bell so you're notified of when I upload, next upload. But I will see you next time. Bye!